Welcome to this presentation where we are going to talk of roots of quadratic equations. Specifically, we are going to look at how we can expand or play around with algebra to express all these ones from number 1 to number 10 in the form of the sum of the roots and the product of the roots, as in alpha plus beta, and then alpha multiplied by beta as product. And thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification button so that you are notified whenever I upload a new video. So simply here, it means that we are going to be expressing the above in terms of the sum of roots, that is the alpha plus beta, and the product of roots, that is alpha multiplied by beta. So we can have our number 1, which says, so number 1 we are having alpha squared plus beta squared. So we are going to start from this alpha plus beta, but the whole of it squared, equals to, as we expand this is the same as alpha plus beta multiplied by alpha plus beta. As we simplify this, we have alpha squared plus alpha beta plus alpha beta plus beta squared. So this is the same as alpha squared plus 2 alpha beta plus beta squared. So we are having alpha squared plus beta squared plus 2 alpha beta. But this is equal to alpha plus beta, the whole of it squared. We want to get alpha squared plus beta squared, which is on the right hand side here. That means if we take this one here on the left hand side, we shall remain with the alpha squared plus beta squared, which is our expression, and it's going to be having the term or their sum and product of the roots. So we are going to have the alpha plus beta, but the whole of it squared, minus the 2 alpha beta equaling to the alpha squared plus beta squared plus the 2 alpha beta minus, because we have subtracted it on both sides. So we have the alpha squared plus beta squared being equal to the alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. We can conclude and say that therefore alpha squared plus beta squared is the same as the alpha plus beta into squared minus 2 alpha beta. So this could be our expression for that. We can go for number 2. The expression is alpha minus beta, and we are going to say that from alpha minus beta, but the whole of it squared, is the same as the alpha minus beta multiplied by alpha minus beta. As we simplify, we have alpha squared minus alpha beta minus alpha beta plus beta squared. So this is the same as alpha squared minus 2 alpha beta plus beta squared. So this is the same as having alpha squared plus beta squared minus the 2 alpha beta. But from our number 1, we have seen that alpha squared plus beta squared is equals to this. So we can therefore substitute it here, this being equal to this from number 1. So we are going to have the alpha minus the beta, but squared, being equal to the alpha plus beta, but squared, minus 2 alpha beta, then this another 2 minus 2 alpha beta. As we simplify this, it means that we have alpha minus beta, the whole of it squared, equaling to the alpha plus beta squared minus 4 alpha beta. Remember, they want us to get the alpha minus beta, so we can take the square roots on both sides. So we are going to have the alpha minus beta the whole of it squared, being equal to the alpha plus beta, the whole of it squared, minus the 4 alpha beta. So we take the square root on both sides, such that we are going to have this side alpha minus beta being equal to the square root of alpha plus beta, but squared, minus 4 alpha beta. Therefore, this becomes the answer for that part. We can now go to number 3. Let's check. Number 3, we are having alpha squared minus beta squared. It is alpha squared minus beta squared. So we want to express this one again in terms of alpha plus beta and beta multiplied by alpha. So still we are going to say that from alpha squared minus beta squared equals to the alpha, this is the difference of two squares, plus beta into alpha minus beta. So we have alpha plus beta, this is already in the sum, into, remember, from our number 1, from number 2, we have alpha minus beta being equal to that. So it's just a matter of substituting. So multiplied by the square root of alpha plus beta, but squared, minus 4 alpha beta. The whole of it is in bracket here. We can conclude and say that therefore alpha squared minus beta squared is the same as the alpha plus beta multiplied by the square root of alpha plus beta, but squared, minus 4 alpha beta. So this becomes our answer for that part. You can go for number 4. Number 4, it is alpha cubed minus beta cubed. So we are going to say that from alpha minus beta, the whole of it cubed. This is the same as alpha cubed minus 3 alpha squared beta plus 3 alpha beta squared minus beta cubed. So as we simplify, this is the same as alpha cubed minus beta cubed, then minus, the common factor here is 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. So as we simplify this, so now we have the alpha minus beta by the whole of it cubed being equal to the alpha cubed minus beta cubed minus 3 alpha beta multiplied by alpha plus beta. We can now take this on this side. Let's move this to the left hand side. That means we are going to have the alpha minus beta, the whole of it cubed, plus, because the negative when it crosses the equal sign becomes plus or positive, 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta equals to the alpha cubed minus beta cubed. This therefore implies that alpha cubed minus beta cubed is the same as alpha minus beta, the whole of it cubed, plus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. But remember, you have this alpha minus beta, and from our examples above, we said that alpha minus beta is the same as the square root of the alpha plus beta, but the whole of it squared, minus 4 alpha beta. So we can now substitute in. Therefore, we can say that alpha cubed minus beta cubed is the same as the square root of alpha plus beta, the whole of it squared, minus 4 alpha beta. That is the alpha minus beta alone. But the whole of it is cubed, this cube, plus the 3 alpha plus alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Therefore, this becomes the expression for that. We can now move on to the next number, that is number 5. So number 5, it is alpha divided by beta minus beta divided by alpha. So number 5, we are having alpha divided by beta minus beta divided by alpha. Here you can just get the LCM. The LCM is alpha beta. Then alpha beta divided by beta, we get alpha multiplied by alpha, we get alpha squared. Minus alpha beta divided by alpha, we get beta multiplied by beta, giving us beta squared. So we can now simplify the above expression. But from the previous example, alpha squared minus beta squared is same as this expression here. So we can just copy it. So this means that we are going to have the alpha plus beta into the square root of the alpha plus beta but squared minus 4 alpha beta. It's a product, but divided by this alpha beta. Therefore, alpha divided by beta minus beta divided by alpha equals to that. And this becomes the answer for that part. We can now move to number 6. Let's cross check. So it is 1 out of alpha squared plus 1 out of beta squared. So in here, the LCM is alpha beta by the whole of it squared. And as we divide, here we are going to get beta squared plus alpha squared. And this is the same as having alpha squared plus beta squared divided by alpha beta by the whole of it squared. We know that from the previous numbers, our alpha squared plus beta squared the same as alpha plus beta, the whole of it squared, minus 2 alpha beta. Then divided by, because of this, alpha beta, the whole of it squared. So this is 1 out of alpha squared plus 1 out of beta squared. So this becomes our answer for part 6. You can go to item 7 or part 7. We are having a minus there. So part 7, we are having, instead of having plus, you have a minus. This squared minus 1 out of beta squared. So this is the same as the LCM is alpha beta, the whole of it squared. Now as you divide the alpha beta squared divided by this, we get to beta squared minus the alpha squared. And this is the same as we put out the negative, you have alpha squared minus beta squared divided by alpha beta but the whole of it squared. And from our previous number, let's first find out what is the equivalence of alpha squared minus beta squared. It is now in number 3. It is here. So we can just substitute in this for where there is alpha squared minus beta squared. So we are going to have minus. So it is alpha plus beta into this square root of the alpha plus beta squared minus 4 alpha beta. We cross the brackets. Then this is divided by the alpha beta by the whole of it squared. Therefore, the 1 divided by alpha squared minus 1 divided by beta squared is the same as that as our answer. We can now go to number 8. So number 8, it is 1 divided by, so 1 divided by alpha squared minus 1 but plus 1 divided by the beta squared minus 1. So we can begin by getting the LCM. The LCM is going to be the alpha squared minus 1 but multiplied by the beta squared minus 1. So as we are dividing, here we are going to get the beta squared minus 1 but plus alpha squared minus 1. As we simplify this, the above we have alpha squared plus beta squared minus 2 divided by, as we multiply this, we are going to have alpha beta but squared minus alpha squared minus beta squared plus 1. So this is the same as, remember, alpha squared plus beta squared is the same as having alpha plus beta, the whole of it squared minus 2 alpha beta. Then there is this minus 4 minus 2 divided by alpha beta, the whole of it squared. As you pull out a negative here, you are going to have alpha squared plus beta squared but plus 1. And from earlier expressions, we have this. We can now cross check and find out what it is exactly. So we have it here as number 1 and the expression is here. So we are going to say that this is equal to the alpha plus beta but squared minus 2 alpha beta minus 2 divided by the alpha beta but squared minus, so this is the same as alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta but plus 1. So let's simplify. We have alpha plus beta, the whole of it squared, minus 2 alpha beta minus 2 divided by the alpha multiplied by beta squared. Then as we enter this negative, we have minus the alpha plus beta squared. Negative and negative, this one becomes a plus 2 alpha beta plus 1. Therefore, the 1 divided by alpha squared minus 1 plus 1 divided by beta squared minus 1 equals to this expression. So this becomes our answer for that number 8. Can now go for number 9. So we have alpha cubed plus beta cubed. We are going to say that from alpha plus beta but cubed equals to alpha cubed plus 3 alpha squared beta plus 3 alpha beta squared plus beta cubed. So as we simplify this, this is the same as having alpha cubed plus beta cubed plus, there is a common factor which is the 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Remember we want this, so we can take this on the other side of the equation. So this way we have this. So we are going to have alpha plus beta, the whole of it cubed. When this one crosses the equal signs, becomes negative, so minus the 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta equals to the alpha cubed plus beta cubed plus the 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta minus the 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Say that these ones cancels and we are going to have the alpha cubed plus beta cubed equaling to the alpha plus beta cubed minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. So we can now conclude, therefore, alpha cubed plus beta cubed is the same as having alpha plus beta cubed minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta, as in terms of the sum and product of roots. We can now finally go to number 10. So try out number 10 and please drop the answer in the comment section.